Good evening. Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I am your host, the one and only Ashley Live. This is episode 180, and tonight I am very excited to bring back one of my favorite guests. This will be her third time on my show, singer-songwriter based in New York City, Nia Marie. So Nia Marie was on my show, episode 34, December 2020, then episode 131, which was December 2021. And it's almost been a full year since I've talked to Nia, and so much has been going on with her. So a little bit about Nia. She is a graduate of Berklee College of Music. In 2020, she had a song called Please Don't. It went viral on BuzzFeed. And then last month, she debuted her EP. It's called Because You Said I Love You. So as I said, Nia has been on this show twice already, but she's coming on my show to talk all about this EP, the writing, the creative process, all that, and she's going to sing for us. So guys, thank you for supporting my artists and coming in my show. How are we feeling tonight? How's your weekend going? Tell me what's going on. Hello. And guys, I just pinned the debut EP link. So please screenshot that and go to it after this interview. How we feeling? Happy September. Can you believe it? Like a couple more months left and then we're into the new year. It's wild. 2022 sure has flown by. There she is. Hi, Nia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to be back.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you back, Nia. For those of you who don't know, this is Nia's third time on my show. She was on my show December 2020, December 2021, and it only made sense for you to come on when you dropped this debut EP. So very honored to have you on and
Thank
talk
you so
amazing
much.
project.
Thank you. No, you have honestly been here since the beginning of this project, so this is absolutely amazing. You've seen the progression, you've seen the singles pop out, so thank you. No, seriously, thank you for all your support. It means
Oh my gosh, of course. You're one of my faves, and you can come on the show whenever you want, Nia. Like,
thank you.
You know how to get in touch with me.
Thank you so much.
Seriously. So, how have you been? How's your 2022 been?
I have been great. 2022 has been fantastic. I mean, obviously, pandemic life has changed and things have, we started performing again and things are back up and running. But no, I'm just so happy that I was finally able to release this EP after what felt like forever. It was 2 years coming and in the making of this EP. So it took a while and I was just so happy to finally get it out in the world and I'm just happy. So yeah. 2022 has been good.
Yes, it's an amazing project. I just want to say congrats because I know how much hard work goes into the singles, but also creating a project that you feel you want to release into the universe. So let's talk about the creating of this EP. Talk to me about the title and how you brought all these songs together. Let's get into that.
Yeah, so title of the EP is called Because You Said I Love You.
Yeah.
The title of this EP, quite honestly, came about later on in the project, and I chose it because all the songs are kind of the outcome of, somebody saying to you that they love you, right?
Right.
And they do all of these things, both good and bad, and you kind of take it in a sense because they said to you that they love you. And so that's kind of what these songs meant for me at the time that I wrote them. I was in these, like, in the feelings that I was in and writing and in the emotions that I was having because of somebody that, said that they loved me. And I dealt with all the things that they did to me and because of those 3 words, so these songs were kind of a roadmap to that time of my life. And the title just kind of summed it all up. So yeah. It was perfect. Yeah. But the creating of the EP, it took a while. It really did. Also, Juan Arango here, my guitarist, back again, second time.
Yes,
Yeah, he was also in this with me as well, like you've seen from the very beginning of this project. But my producers JP, John, and Al, absolutely amazing guys. All four of us worked on this project together. I kind of just brought them all these songs that I had, and JP was just like, no, like we're going to do them. At the time, I really did not feel, closely connected to them, in the sense that I wasn't sure if they were, anything that I really wanted to put out in the world. It was kind of just what I was writing, what I was feeling at the time, and I just had them on the back burner, and I showed them to the guys, and they were like, no, like let's do this, like let's make something of these. So these songs were honestly very much an experiment, because I honestly like gave my producers and my friends like complete creative control, and I, like obviously, I had my 2 cents, and like it was a back and forth for sure, but because of the pandemic, there wasn't a lot of like really going in the studio and like sitting down and just like doing the session. That kind of started, and then it stopped because we really started getting into the project once the pandemic hit. So yeah, it was very much like I gave them the songs, and I was like, okay, let's see what we come up with from different areas in the world, and we did that, and what they did and what we did together, I completely loved. And the songs ended up turning into something I did not see at all or hear at all in my mind. Right. And that was the best part about this project, because again, it was an experiment. So I was just kind of seeing where I could go musically, and also just like having fun with my friends, just like, making a project with them. So it was really great. So yeah.
Love it. And I love the production on this project. It's so amazing, because you have been on the show before and you have sung these songs with just an acoustic guitar. So to hear all the production and all that creativity poured into it with all these incredible people, like it's an absolute masterpiece. It's amazing.
Yes, no, that's the thing. And like, we're going to do acoustic set again, but like also anybody that's listening in, go check the songs out on any streaming platform. They sound completely different. Yeah. I love the acoustic versions, but yeah, just it's completely different, and you'd be surprised. So yeah, I love that about them.
Yes, so the acoustic versions are here on my show, but you definitely have to go check out the official versions. So before we get into digging track by track, what are you going to perform for us tonight, Nia? Talk to us.
Okay, so I'm going to perform 2 songs off of the EP that I've yet to perform here. First one is going to be Give Me the Strength, and the second one is going to be Trust Me. Give Me the Strength, I'll give a little background to both the songs. Sure. Give Me the Strength, this was a song that I very much wrote at a time that I was really just fed up with both everything that was happening in the world and the things that were happening to me at the time. And honestly, it was like a cry for help. It was just like, it was more of like a, is anybody listening type deal, and like not just to the universe, like what's happening. So like, help me get through this. So that was kind of what this song was for me at the time. And then Trust Me is basically a dialogue. So my featuring artist here, actually Alvon Stats, one of the producers on the EP as well. He is featured on this track as well. And this is kind of like a dialogue between, a man and a woman, or anybody in a relationship, and basically not being able to trust them. One side's not being able to trust the other. And it's basically a dialogue of both sides of the story. So that was the first song that I've written like that. And I just wanted to share that, what I was going through as well in my own life was just like this dialogue between 2 people seeing completely different things. Right. So yeah, so that's what these 2 songs are. So we're going to start with Give Me the Strength. Okay. You told me I'd be safe here. You told me not to worry. I still keep my weapons here. What, in case I have to world has let me down. You see, the world has let me down. Give me the strength, don't walk me through all my pain. Don't let me move, Lord, give me the strength. Give me the strength. Give me the strength to not break down. Hold my head up, protect my crown. Oh, give me the strength. Give me the strength. Oh, oh, oh. All that's understated is overwhelming. Don't even bother, I ain't buying what you're selling. Forget insects, I need human repellent and a helmet repellent. Jealous, the prejudice, nemesis, I like the rain, you can keep your umbrella. You say the present is a gift, is that why they call it the present? It's a blessing, we're here right. Always sure this isn't heaven. Feels more like hell, it's so hard to tell. Don't know how I feel, I wanna believe. You see the world has let me down. You see, the world has let me down. Oh, oh, give me the strength, oh, walk me through. Hold my hand, don't let me move. Oh, give me the strength. Give me the strength. Give me the strength to not break down. Hold my head up, protect my crown. Oh, give me the strength. Give me the strength. Oh, 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 Yes! Also, I want to shout out Tom Charles, featuring artist on that track. He's an amazing rapper. I hope I did his part somehow justice, but he is absolutely amazing. So go check him out as well. And he wrote that second verse.
Yes, love it. And Give Me Strength is off of Nia Marie's debut EP.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
It's amazing. The drums in it are my favorite thing ever, so please go check it out. And yeah, the second song is Trust Me. Again, Alban Stats is featured on this song, and I will be singing his part. Oh yeah, you're good. Doing some tuning. Telling a joke. No, but seriously, go check out Tom Charles and Alban Stats. They're amazing writers, performers, and producers. And yeah, they have amazing projects coming out as well. So go check them out. Didn't you tell me that you loved me? Didn't you tell me where you were? Boy, I never believed you. Thought you knew she was a friend. Bet she knew you well and bad. Boy, I never believed you. Just let this go. I give up on us. What will it take for you to leave, babe? You were never mine. I've got no room for liars. What would you think that I could trust you, babe? Show me the way. He said I told you that I love you. Didn't I tell you where I was? Girl, you gotta believe me. Thought you knew she was a friend. Baby, you're being paranoid. Girl, you I believe me. Just let this go. Don't give up on us. What will it take for you to stay, babe? You were always mine, I've never been alive. What will it take for you to trust me, babe? Oh, show me the way, show me the way, show me the way. Didn't you tell me that you loved me? Didn't you tell me where you were? Didn't you tell me that you loved me? Didn't you tell me where you were? Didn't you tell me that you loved me? That you love me. Show me the way. Didn't you tell me that you love me?
Woo! That was Trust Me.
Thank you.
Love it. Nia,
Yeah.
thank you. So, let's just dig right into it, right? Let's just start
Yes.
with one and move
I
our
think
way.
Juan is going to exit off
Yes,
stage
thank you so
left.
much, Juan. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Love you.
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
He's the best. Best guitarist.
Yeah, all good. No worries. So, debut EP. We're gonna start with track 1.
Yes.
Streetlights. Now, this was originally a release in May of 2021. So, let's just talk about the inspiration behind this song and what it means.
So, okay, Streetlights. Gosh, it's been so long now since I've written it. Streetlights was a song that I wrote. Basically, I wanted a storyline.
Yeah.
I was pulling from my own life, but I wanted also to create this story that kind of brought me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said that story that I created kind of separated me from it, and I was able to look at it in a different lens, which was helpful for me.
Yeah.
But Streetlights was very much about, being fed up in a relationship, but also being sad about it and not being ready to let it go.
Yeah.
And that song at the time was just like totally what I was going through, and that progressed, as you can see, throughout the EP. There's a storyline there. But yeah, no, it was very much a song of longing and also being fed up all at the same time. So yeah, but it was the story that I wanted to create, and this image that I wanted people to see so that anybody could relate to it and feed off of it. So yeah, Streetlights was definitely, I want to say it was like one of the first ones that I wrote off of the EP as well. So yeah, it was.
I feel like we've all been there in these relationships, right? Where it's that push and pull, and you're like, do I stay? Do I go? I have so many emotions. Exactly. Looking at the situation I'm in. And I think as an artist, it's so amazing that you're able to pour your personal life into these songs.
Yes.
And it's a therapy for you.
It is, yeah. And people always joke about Taylor Swift writing songs about her exes, but hey, we're songwriters and we write songs about our lives. That's what happens. So this song, while it was about my life, I was able to create a story, create an image, and that's what I wanted to do with this song. So
yeah, amazing. So track 2, Trust Me. This was released July 2021. You just performed it. Yes. So let's talk about trust in relationships and how that came out into this specific song.
Yeah, so Trust Me was very much about, again, what I was going through or what I went through, actually. Yeah. It was after the fact. But it was very much, I wanted to create a song that was a dialogue between two people in a relationship, telling two different sides of the story. Yeah. And that's what this song ended up being. And Al, also a great great songwriter and vocalist and producer.
Mhm.
But I was so happy to have him on this track because, yeah, he just lended so much to it. But the storyline, again, was very much, it was a story between two people, and that push and pull, again, that push and pull in a relationship of not being able to trust somebody, or trying, or somebody else on the other end trying to convince somebody that they're not doing something that they might be doing. So I
Yeah.
wanted the dialogue, I wanted that storyline. I didn't want that song to just be me. I wanted somebody else in there. I wanted another part of that story to just kind of elaborate on. So,
Yeah, I think it's really cool because some songwriters, they only write from their perspective, but when you're writing from someone else's perspective,
yeah.
it's like it brings a whole new dynamic to it.
Exactly, and that's what I wanted from the song. I was like, all the songs I had ever written before, it was me. And while I was, I was singing about that other person or what that other person said, it was with Al singing anyway, not with me in this acoustic version because I made it to myself. But with that other person, it opens up another door, I feel like, and I really wanted that, and I want to just step out of my comfort zone in that way. So
yeah. And that's the cool thing, because you know how you feel, but how does this other person in the relationship feel, right? And then you write from their perspective and you're like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And so you're kind of in a way like healing yourself, if you will, right?
Yeah, exactly. Again, stepping out of the situation and like looking at it from a different lens, and like I wanted to do that. I mean, after the fact, of course, but I wanted to just be able to do that and kind of listen to what things sound like, and how, either crazy or however people can determine what it could be about, or anything like that. I kind of wanted to leave that open to the audience as well.
Definitely. And stepping out of your comfort zone is so important in artistry as well. Because the thing is, it's like, okay, we have our own way that we create and this is how we write and whatever. But it's like when you push yourself to do something different, you're like, oh, this is pretty rad. Like, I didn't go this way.
Like, this is a cool story. I wanted to write that. And again, like, these songs, like, they're storylines. Like, yeah, I took from my own life, but they're storylines. And that's the best thing about being a songwriter, is being a storyteller. And that's what I wanted to do with all of the songs on this EP. So,
yeah. And you're such an incredible storyteller. Like, I love the way you write and express yourself. And it's just so beautiful what has come out of it.
Thank you. No, thank you. That means a lot. Seriously. Sometimes as an artist, you don't know who's listening, and sometimes you don't think anybody's listening. So it's always nice to hear, like, somebody reach out or say something about a lyric or just the song itself. So yeah, no, that means a lot. So I'm happy that people like my style.
And guys, the songs that Nia has put out, just please reach out to her. Tell her how they've affected your life. Tell her, hey, I like that too, because I think it's so important as fans that we reach out to those artists and say, hey, this song right here, like, I was going through a difficult time, but I listened to it and I was like, I'm not alone, because that song made me feel like, okay, I can get through this. If Nia went through it, then like, and I'm going through it, like, I can get through it.
You can get through it. I know, that's the thing, and I really hope that people are listening to it and listening to the songs that I put out and are able to connect to them. And I hope that they're getting you through something, whether it's a workout or a relationship or the day. I hope it's getting you through.
Yeah, like, we've all been there, are in it, or may go through something like that eventually. So it's kind of like, I love you. It can mean a variety of different things. And there's so many songs that could be written about love and breakups and trust and all that other stuff.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Such a complex thing, right? I love
it.
It is. Wait, do you really mean it? Or are you just saying it?
Exactly.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. So it's no, I love when I hear that people are listening to it and connecting, and it's all I can ask for, really.
Yeah. So guys, we pinned it. Check out the debut EP. It's in the link tree, but don't go there yet.
After.
All right, track 3, Not Sorry. This was released November 2021. Let's talk about it.
Yes. Okay, so Not Sorry was the sassiest song I've written, I feel like. This song was very much, it is what it is. I wrote a song about not being sorry for any of the things in my past, or being who I am, and that can mean anything to anybody. Like I want people to listen to this song and just have confidence. And that's kind of what these lyrics did for me. They gave me confidence, and honestly, it's like one of those songs that I like to like listen to on a workout, like gets you amped up. Like it's the best. It just gives you attitude. You get that confidence, and that's what I wanted. So yeah, Not Sorry very much means the word is. Not sorry, the words are. And I just wanted to be unapologetic.
Yeah.
I very much wanted to be unapologetic for the first time. And anybody that knows me is I am very much not that. I say sorry too much. I'm working on that. But I really just wanted people to also get that from listening to this song. Like, don't be unapologetic. Like, be unapologetically you, and celebrate yourself, and own who you are, and your past or your present, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I just want people to have the confidence when they listen to this song. So this song gave me that confidence. I hope it gives somebody else confidence as well. So
yeah, I think it's so important to have that confidence, because sometimes we catch ourselves saying we're sorry, but maybe we're not sorry, right?
yeah, it's just, we talk about it so often now. I feel like, and I know just as a woman myself, like it's just one of those things that we're always taught, or we always feel as though we have to be smaller than we actually are. And for in this song, I was just like, no, definitely not. Like, this is my time to like break out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be as big as I can possibly be here. So yeah, this song it's very much just all the confidence in the world. And I was over apologizing. And writing this song was me convincing myself of that. Mm-hmm. So writing the song was very therapeutic for me in that sense, because it did help me believe the words that I was saying.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that. So
yeah. Are you still apologizing as much as you once were? Or are you kind of just like, I'm just going to leave it there?
I will say that my friends and I, we actually check ourselves on this a lot. A few of my friends here, actually, we have a jar for every single time we say sorry.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, we are new girling it, and we and every time we hang out, if we say sorry for no apparent reason, jar. So no, we're keeping ourselves accountable. We're holding ourselves accountable, but just trying to be better at, like, just not being unapologetic about ourselves, and not feeling like we need to be smaller than we are.
Yeah. Yeah, like be confident and say sorry when you need to, but don't like.
Yes, obviously. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah, like, don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
But also, I think when you're in a relationship and there's, like I said, push and pull, right? Like, do you have to say you're sorry? I guess it really depends on the circumstance, right?
No, definitely. And again, take this with a grain of salt. I'm meaning, like, don't overly apologize for being who you are. Obviously, apologize if you did something wrong. Do that. Don't be a jerk. But this time, I really just wanted to own everything and just put it to bed. And so I did. And
love it. Love it. All right, track 4, Fighter.
Yes. Okay. So Fighter. This was honestly, like, writing the song, I was very much thinking of like Christina Aguilera. This was that song for me. So this was about somebody getting you to a point, whether positive or negative, that you felt that you can finally fight back for yourself. And while they didn't fully create that in you, they had a huge part in it.
Totally.
And again, whether good or bad, they made you, the fighter that you are now. So anybody who ever listens to this song, whether you take it in a positive or negative light, I hope that it at least gives you, again, confidence. And this is another one of those like workout songs that you can just get really amped up to.
Yes.
But no, I just really wanted to give that power back. And I've said before, this EP and the songs on this EP have given me both love and power and confidence. And I really hope that comes across to everybody else who listens to it. So this song, again, confidence, power, fight for who you are and the things you believe in, and yeah.
I love that. I think it's so important to fight for your truth and fight for what you believe in, even if other people or maybe one specific person is telling you or bringing you down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that the both of these songs were just like confidence. You're not sorry. You're here. You're just fighting and you're like doing your thing and you're
Yeah.
taking people the room.
Yes. 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 Definitely.
And then the final song, number 5 off the EP, "Give Me Strength," which
Yes.
you sang earlier
Yes.
tonight.
Sure. Yes. So give me the strength. This song, again, like I said in the beginning, it was kind of I was kind of fed up at the time. And it was more about being fed up about what was going on in the world.
Yeah.
And also, my own personal life. Sorry if you're hearing any crazy New York. It's like very loud motorcycle. But yes, it was very much about everything that was going on around me, and things that I felt were out of my control and I couldn't do anything about. And Give Me the Strength is very much, for better or worse, a cry out to the universe, to God, whatever you believe in or don't believe in. It's just basically asking, you're asking literally for the strength to get through whatever you're going through. And at the time, I very much needed that. And I just felt like so many things were out of my control. So this was kind of a battle cry for that. And Tom Charles brought amazing lyrics to this song. And my guys like JP, Al, John, they really amped up this song and made it something even bigger, and I completely love it. But it's, again, it's just an amped up song. It's, just you're fighting to get through whatever it is you're going through. So anybody who listens to this song, I hope, again, that it does give you, the strength that you need to get through whatever it may be, whether it's a day at work or terrible breakup, anything that's going on in the world. I know that our world is absolutely insane right now, and it seems as though it's getting crazier by the day.
Right?
But I hope that, I just hope, again, that it does give you some power. So,
Yeah. Listen to this song, get your strength, reach out to Nia and tell her how amazing this song makes you feel. And this album, I'm sorry, not the album, the EP in its entirety, because like you said, it's like that storyline, right? Like it's just like you put them in specific order for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so obviously when I wrote these songs, I actually didn't have a storyline and like thought out at all. When I was recording them, it was very much just like, this are the songs that we have. I don't know what my plan is yet, but we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And it honestly kind of all ended up working out because all of them, while, they're all different, completely different stylistically, lyrically, they all kind of lend themselves to a similar theme. And I also, again, wrote them at a similar time in my life. So for me, they all kind of flowed together and they ended up becoming the storyline of, the things that I went through and kind of worked out in a great way. And honestly, I can say that, it ended, while Give Me the Strength is where it ended, I would say that the songs that I'm writing now have completely, I feel like they're definitely different, and I'm excited about that. And I had some angsty songs in this record, and I love it, and you might get some more angst in the next stuff, but I don't know, I feel like now just lyrically and stylistically, I'm in a bit of a different place, and I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it. So
So talk to us about the new stuff that you're creating. How is it different from some of the stuff off of this EP?
Yeah, so I will say that the things that I've been writing lately have been a little more singer-songwriter. Again, once I actually get in the studio and record this, might completely change. I don't know. But but currently, very singer-songwriter, and I absolutely love that because I feel like for me personally, I'm kind of going back to my roots. I mean, we've talked about this, but I grew up on like Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder. But also I like going back and looking at like my iPod from like when I was younger. It was just like, Coldplay,
Yes.
definitely overplayed, love them. But I really did have just so many singer-songwriter songs that I listened to and vibed with, and I've always been more of a softer, I guess, singer.
Yeah.
And writing and doing these past songs definitely brought out a different voice in me, and I loved that, and I needed that.
Yeah.
And I think now I'm kind of not going back, but I don't know, just kind of experimenting with that softer side,
Mm-hmm.
and getting back to how I was writing
Yeah.
before. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm loving the like lyrics that I'm coming up with. I'm just in a good place for my creative thoughts, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to hear this new stuff because it's kind of like I know what I've heard and I love it. And I'm like, oh, we are so excited to take this like experimental with you to see where you go next because it's so important as artists to evolve and just like I mean, I feel like some people are like, I don't even fit into a genre, right? Because I don't want you to call me R&B or pop.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have to like go with the feeling, and it's like, maybe it's like R&B, but maybe it's like pop.
It's not, yeah, and that's honestly like that's a thing that I've struggled with for so long. Even just like the songs on this EP, I truly didn't know what to categorize them as, and I
Yeah,
always say like, yeah, I'm pop R&B, but also I more than ever just feel like more like singer songwriter. I can't figure out who that like one artist is. You always get the question of like, who would you compare yourself to? I don't know, and that's just
yeah,
yeah, that's my honest answer. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that, but I'm just kind of doing what Nia does and figuring out how it works out in the end, and hopefully people like it. But
yeah.
I'm just writing. I'm writing as much as I can, and yeah, I'm hoping that the outcome is great.
Yeah, and just like lead into your truth and all that good stuff, and your fans will love it. And then you even gain more fans because people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing! I've never heard of it before."
I know that's what I'm hoping happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's put that out there.
Honestly, I think when you're on social media and you do things like this and you put music on Spotify, right? You just like never know how you can develop and find a new artist. Yeah. Like I get people on my Discover Weekly all the time. I'm like, I've never heard of this person before.
Yeah.
And Spotify has introduced me to so many incredible musicians because of that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And there's so many artists out there now. Like it's because there's so much accessibility. There's just so many people putting out their creativity into the world, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
There's just so many. There's so much good music to find now. It's just
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Honestly, I think because there's so much out there, it's like I want to like listen to all of it, but it's like maybe I can't find it. Maybe it's just like time.
Yeah. It's a little hard too because yeah, there are so many artists out there. So you're kind of just like, what do I listen to now? And you try and find, the up and coming artists too, and try to balance out who you're listening to, and it can be it's a struggle. But it's a great struggle.
So, yeah. So okay, so in the last like month or so, what artists or genres of music have you been listening to?
Let's see. I have been listening to Jacob Collier.
Okay.
James Garrett, I think is his name. I've been listening to a lot of him. Mm-hmm. Ash,
mm-hmm.
Berklee grad. Love her. She is killing it. She's absolutely killing it. And the music that she's put out recently, I'm absolutely loving it. Trying to think who else, like going down my Spotify playlist in my head. Of course, I'm like forgetting everybody in my head right now. Honestly, a lot of singer-songwriter and like not pop R&B, but
yeah,
kind of like lo-fi, I guess. Lo-fi artists. It's so hard to categorize, but yeah, it's a lot of that, just like the softer poppy stuff that's out there right now. So
good stuff. I love to ask that question because I love when my artists say people that I don't know, and then I'm like, ooh, Somebody mentioned something on my show. I got to go check them out. So
Yeah.
you actually said somebody from Berklee. So for those people that don't know, Nia attended Berklee College of Music. So talk to me about your time at Berklee and how you think that shaped the musician that you are today.
Um, so Berklee was great. I honestly loved it, but I did not at all blossom until
Yeah.
after. So I very much just, while I was there, I was to myself. Like I didn't do a huge amount of networking. I was still so shy.
Yeah.
And it's a very intimidating environment when you're around so many absolutely amazing musicians. So it took me a while, and I started branching out more like my senior year, but obviously then that's your senior year. But I absolutely did love it when I was there, and I met amazing people. Have still to this day amazing friends from Berklee, and also people that I've met after Berklee, like my great friend and producer, and also my guitarist Juan and JP. They both went to Berklee, but we did not ever meet each other while we were there. And then we
That's
met when we moved to
wild.
New York. Yeah, so our worlds clash at different times.
Yeah.
So yeah, Berklee was absolutely amazing. I really did love it, and I learned so much while I was there, which was great. But yeah, I did not branch out until afterwards, and till I was really pushed into that.
Yeah.
And the friends that I've made, while living in New York have definitely helped me do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need those people in your life just like consistently giving you that confidence and feedback, because I very much was still just like the person that was playing songs like by myself and like wasn't really recording much while I was in Boston after graduating either. So yeah, moving to New York kind of totally changed that for me, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, I think as a musician, you want to be like in a bigger city, and especially because you live in New York, you're part of the Berklee Alum Association, and even though like you met people after your time at Berklee, like you say Berklee, like it's a crazy network of people, like the people that literally you'll talk to because they went to Berklee too. Maybe they went 20 years ago, maybe they're still in school there, but they're more likely to have a conversation and collab with you just because of that common ground.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many great connections you can make, and so many more people that went than you would think of. And
Yeah.
it's fantastic. So yeah, I'm very happy that I took the plunge and I did go to Berklee. And yeah, I'm still reaping the benefits of it. So it's great.
Yes, love that. So speaking of Boston, in May, you actually went back there to
I did.
your first live show, like since COVID popped off. So talk
Yes.
about hitting the stage, playing your music for the Boston crowd. What was that like?
It was awesome. Yes, I played a gig at Sam Adams,
Yeah,
amazing brewery. If you have
yeah,
never been, go to the Jamaica Plains location. It's fantastic. I have great friends there as well. And yeah, so it was so much fun. It was my first live performance since COVID, so that was also crazy.
yeah.
But it was just so nice to get back out there and perform and do my thing. And honestly, it was also scary
Hmm.
because I hadn't done it in so long. Like I had started performing right before the pandemic hit here in New York, and then it, obviously all ended.
Yeah,
Before that, I hadn't really been performing much either because I had moved from Boston to New York in 2018, so I had about like a year, and then
great.
at the tail end of that year is when I started performing. But yeah, I loved it completely. It was so much fun. I was happy that I got through it.
Yeah.
I was like, I did the thing. Now I can go on to the next one. But yeah, no, great venue. So much fun. Great people too. Great crowd. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was a lot
So
of fun.
I know you were kind of like nervous, but you were like excited and all this other stuff. What did you enjoy most about the performance?
Um, let's see. Well, actually for me, that was the first time that I performed live by myself.
Okay.
Um, so that was because I honestly usually have Juan again. He's like my safety net. But yeah, it was my first time performing by myself, and I was out there just like with my push and doing all the things. But it was so much fun. So I was happy. I was proud of myself and happy that I got through that hurdle, because honestly, like performing by myself was just super stressful, and I was so terrified. But and it was a small gig, but like still in my mind, I was just like, okay, choreographed all the things. I just need to make sure I do them correctly. So yeah, but it was great. That was probably the best part.
And it's got to be crazy because you're always used to like being with other people up there, and then you're like, wait, this is like me by myself.
Exactly. And you're like, you're feeding off the audience, like that's all you got, and then there's you, and they're just staring at you. There's no one around you.
You feel everyone's eyes on you. It's like, it's not like, oh, they're looking at the drummer or the bassist or whatever. It's like everyone's looking right at you, and you're
just
like,
me.
So at that point, do you make eye contact with these people, or do you look to the back of the room? Like, what do you do when you're like terrified up there?
So I've been trying to make sure I actually make eye contact. I still like remember like before performance classes at Berklee long ago. But my biggest problem in those classes was always just not making eye contact and not looking at people. So yeah, I've always just tried to be conscious of that and kind of invite that that vibe into the room, just so people are more comfortable and having more fun. I still get nervous, and I still like do the whole look to the back of the room thing occasionally, but I try to not.
Yeah.
It's hard though. I'm very much, while I absolutely love doing this and writing and all of the things that come with it, I am definitely a person that has stage fright. I have the absolute worst stage fright. So it can be rough, but I was just happy that I got through it. And yeah, I've been trying to be better about that. So
I think it's normal though to have stage fright, because there's artists, even really big artists, that are just like, hey, I still get nervous when I go on stage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like, I mean, I would think that you'd want to get nervous just so you can kind of like
like hype yourself up a bit.
Yeah, because if you're just kind of, yes, I understand the excitement. I understand like maybe just like, but to be kind of scared is kind of fun.
Yeah, you get that adrenaline rush. You're there for a while, and then so it's helpful. It is helpful.
Definitely.
But then there's like the adrenaline rush that you're just like shaking the whole time, and you're like, I need this to stop happening.
Yeah. So were you nervous like the first couple songs, or were you just like maybe the first part of the first song?
I'd honestly say like the first couple of songs I was nervous, and then I started calming down.
Yeah.
Which was honestly great for me, because I'm usually shaking the entire time. So yeah, like I am just like, I usually really hate attention. So like me doing the artist thing was just like, all right, you have to get used to this. It's the attention situation you're in right now. So yeah, that's always been my issue. But no, I've gotten better at that now, so I'm happy about that. But we'll see once I start performing even more in the next 2 months. So
yes. So okay, so we're in September, which is wild to me. Like this year has flown by.
It seriously has.
Right? Like, okay, so other than the EP, what else is coming up in the next couple months for you?
Yes, so planning on recording some new songs, and then just trying to get out and perform more in the city and around. I have been trying to. I've been so busy, and also I was just so focused on finally getting this EP out that that's where I wanted to be, and that's what I wanted to do. And like, so I've gotten over that hurdle, so now I'm on to the next thing. And yeah, I'm hoping that I can perform a lot more. And just get those new songs recorded and hopefully get some new music out to you guys.
Yes, I know new music is coming soon. I just feel it, because even though I've talked to you 2 other times, I'm like, you're just like putting it out there. Like you just like keep coming with the singles.
I'm trying.
Love
In my head, I was like, I'm moving too slow.
Actually, no, because there's people that literally don't put out music for like a couple of years. You're like, are you still doing music? So when I was going through the EP, and I was like, oh, like, these 3 songs came out in 2021. I'm like, yeah, maybe even more than that, but like just the one from the most recent project. So you're like, you're getting it.
I was trying. I was like, in my head too, I did actually want to do a more cohesive EP plan, but obviously time and COVID did not help with that. Right. So yeah, in my head, I was just like, okay, I want to at least get, like, in my head, I was like, I want to do one like every month. Like that was my original plan. And then everything happened. And I was like, well, that's not happening. So these are going to get out when they get out. And we're just going to be okay with that. So a lot of pivoting, but yeah, I'm happy that they're out now, and the whole thing is out, and not just 3 of them. So
yes, I know. So, okay. So it's been a couple weeks since the EP was released. How are you feeling about everything?
Oh, so relieved. So relieved. I honestly, the last two songs on the EP, they were the newest songs, and I in my mind was kind of freaking myself out because I felt like they were so different compared to all the other songs, and I don't know. Creatively, I was just like overthinking everything. I was listening to it, and also it had been so long since I recorded them and putting them out. So because of that, time frame and not having been in them for like in them and about them for so long, I just got to second guessing, and it was definitely like driving me a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I was stressed, but I finally was just like, you know what? These songs are what they are, and I hope people love them. And honestly, I was very happy because those two songs that I was stressed out about, people absolutely love. So it all worked out. I was stressed for no reason. It's okay.
It's all good. Like it all eventually works out. But sometimes it's kind of like, how am I feeling about this? I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, but I was like, I don't know why I was stressed, but like everybody loves it now.
Exactly. I was just like, and honestly, so many more people listen to it than I thought would. And like, it's not about the number at all, but I was just happy to get that feedback from people, and people actually reached out and said stuff to me. And I was just happy. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
But honestly, as an artist, you're always just expecting to put something out and then you hear nothing. Right. And you're like, okay, well, no one listened to it. It's great. But at least it's out there now. Like, at least I can say I did the thing. But it was so nice to have people actually reach out and say that they listened or that they're sharing it with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the people that you don't even think would care are the ones that, end up hitting you up. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's those people that they're like silent listeners, like, and they listen, don't say anything, and you're like, wait, like, you actually listened? Like,
you actually care? What?
You didn't reach out to me. Like, there's those as well. Like, it's
and like, they're great. Thank you for listening anyway. You don't have to tell me, but like, it's great to know.
yes.
So yeah.
For the beautiful people watching right now who want to support you, Nia, what can they do?
So you can go to any of the streaming services that you use, and you can stream the EP. It is available everywhere on all platforms. And again, it's called Because You Said I Love You. And and I'm Nia Marie. So I hope you love them. And please reach out. Yeah, like message me. You can also follow me here on Instagram, Nia Marie _official as well. You can see my handle right at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, so that's really it. That's really it. And I also have a website. You can keep yourself. Well, I'll keep you guys posted on my Instagram as well when I have shows and anything coming out as well. But yes.
So where can people follow you? Here on Instagram. Where else?
Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
Those are the two main platforms that I use. So
awesome.
And then Spotify. Actually, please follow me on Spotify.
Follow on Spotify. Add Nia's music to your playlist. Share it with your friends.
Yes. Please. Share it with everybody you know.
Love it. Any final words from you, Nia?
First, I just want to say thank you so much again for having me. Third time's the charm. I can't believe it's been 3 times already. It's crazy.
I know.
And I can't believe from how long it's been. But I'm just so happy that the EP is out. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you to anyone and everybody that listens and that's checked out the live stream tonight. You guys are awesome. I hope it was entertaining. Again, if you guys listen to it, let me know, hit me up. I hope you love it. So
yes, Nia, thank you so much for coming back on my show. Like you said, 3rd time's a charm, and I know when you have new music, you're gonna let me know and you're gonna come back and share it.
I will, definitely. I will be here again.
Definitely. So we have a link tree down here. It's where you can check out all stuff. Nia Marie. Follow on Spotify, Facebook. Give us both a follow. And stay safe. Have a beautiful weekend. Support good music. But you have to support my girl, Nia Marie, on this debut EP. It's absolutely amazing. Like I said, stream it, share it, add it to your playlist, and then reach out to Nia and tell her what you think.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you guys. Nia, always a pleasure having you on. I truly appreciate you, and I love your artistry, and you're just such a beautiful person. I love having you on my show.
Oh, so are you. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night. Be safe.
Yes.
Support good music, and we will see you next time. Have a good one, guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.